All right, so we're live here. Hold on a second. Let me copy this here and then go here. All right, so we're going to go over the football picks for 2024, and hopefully my son will be joining me here soon. Um, Oops. Here, 1 second. I should have some music. Maybe I'll put some music on. Hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. Let me put on some music here. What am I doing right here? No, let's do this here. No, rock. I don't think I have that in here. That's good enough. All right. So we're going to go over the picks for this year, 2024. Hopefully Stephen will be here soon. I mean, I think I already know what I'm going to do. But I got, hold on, let me share this here. There we go. It's actually 8:28. Schedule. No, I don't want. Okay, there we go. There he is.
When he looks up, that's when I know it's coming. Because we can always see you when you don't.
What are you
see
doing,
us.
brother?
Oh, you know, living life.
Because I was trying to find a good site for the teams. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Let me turn the music down.
Nice.
I should have your music up here, but I can't find it.
Damn. Well, I like the owl. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah. How you doing,
It's
buddy?
so funny. Good. It's so funny when I come into the studio or the streamies because we can see you, but you can't see us yet.
Right. Where are you? Where'd you go?
I'm over here.
Where the hell are you?
Where the hell are you?
What happened?
Yeah, I think what's going on. I think what's going on is we're on a lag because our internet connection's been really screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on a lag. That's probably why you can't hear me as well.
Okay, that's better. Hi, Amber. How are you? Good to see you.
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Living the dream. Living the nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay. The number one question I have is, can people hear us other than us, or is it private?
No, this is live, but I'm on my other. I don't think I have any subscribers on this
Okay.
at all.
Yeah, it's just fine. Like the first for the first little bit, my chat section was toggled on the private chat, so I didn't know we were live most of the time.
Oh,
I thought it was just us talking.
It could be. I mean, I don't.
You know what I mean?
Usually, if there's somebody in here, it'll show up on the live viewers, but it's just us.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, that's the thing is like I could now that I have it switched, I can see when people are talking. But like the first 10 lives we did, I didn't realize people could like hear us.
oh,
So yeah, especially the on Cheryl one. That one was a lot of fun.
yeah, that was on this one here.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't
Okay.
have a lot of people watching on that. I
But
don't
it's
think.
still possible, right? Like it's still possible to have people tune in.
I hope so.
I hope not. I hope not, because you never know. I'm not drunk,
I,
so that's good.
I could check to see how many people viewed that. I think it was just me, you, and Cheryl. That was it.
Right. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying that's why, like, I'm kind of hesitant to come back on the lives because I don't know kind of how it works. But yeah, we're good now.
So the good news is this Boston Celtics won the NBA championship. I
That's
mean, can only ask for so much, right? I mean, at least one of our teams won. But when it comes to football, I have absolutely no hope. Not the Zippo. With my
It was kind of like melancholy.
Yeah.
The Celtics championship was a little melancholy because it was like everyone expected it. It was never really close. I don't know. Like I feel like there was one fun game, and that was the opening game to the Indiana series. But other than that, it was just like I don't know. I would like to see them beat Denver or get tested a little bit, but at least we got one. You know, it's well deserved. I mean, we should have two by now.
Yeah, I think the West it basically is Denver and then everybody else. I mean, when Denver lost, that was it for us. I mean, we just had to get by the East. But I think of all the teams that pushed us, it was Indiana. Man, that series, in my opinion, is what did it.
I don't know. It just wasn't a good playoff run. It was just like kind of boring to me. You know?
I mean, I was stoked. I don't care how they win, who they win against. I wanted to get number 18, man, to put a little separation between us and the Ferry Boys over there in LA.
It's definitely overdue. But like I feel like the Celtics are like the Niners, right? It's like if they finally win a Super Bowl, I feel like it's not going to be as exciting as if like the Commanders go next year. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, you should have already had one, so you kind of suck at this point. Like you probably should have had 2 or 3. Like, but at least we got one. Like you said, a win is a win is a win, especially a championship. Like I was stoked too. Like I'm not saying I'm not stoked. I just think it was like a little. It was like, okay, now we got Cleveland. Oh, there goes Donovan Mitchell.
The only thing that I liked is, you know, because I've been witness to this for forever. Every time the Boston Celtics are in the finals, nobody gives them any chance. It's just it goes all the way back to, you know, when they were really good and they were winning all the time. People still gave them zero chance of winning. So that was especially guys like Charles Barkley and stuff like that. It's like nobody gave. I mean, Dallas was a good team, but I knew they were going to beat Dallas. You know,
they were just a player away. Where they're like they reminded me of the Celtics when the Celtics played Golden State. Like,
yeah,
they were good, but they still didn't have the roster quite to where they needed it to be. Like, you know, and of course Dallas goes out and gets, you know, Klay Thompson. So,
they got Klay Thompson now?
Yeah.
They still have Kyrie Irving though. That's the problem.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I still like the guy, but he's just, you know, he doesn't show up in the big stuff. He just doesn't. He had that one championship. We had that one lucky shot, and that was it. He's a great basketball player, but he never shows up. He just doesn't.
Yeah. But anyway, man, I'm so excited for this football season. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Are you really?
I'm ready to lose. I'm ready to lose money on bets, but I'm ready to win some bets.
I turned down the football pool that the fantasy league from Coach Kev again this year. I don't have the time for that stuff. I just don't.
Who?
Coach Kev has this on
Who's
the
that?
other side on the true crime stuff. He's got his own football fantasy league. And I don't have time for that stuff.
Yeah, you were next on my list to ask.
I wish
knew
I
that.
could, but I can't.
The thing with fantasy is like, I don't think it's, I tell you the same shit every year, right? It's not as hard as you think. Like, I love fantasy, so I'm constantly like going on the waiver wire, picking up players, looking at like where the value is. That's my problem. I always come in last place because I fucking mess around too much. Sometimes the best thing to do is do the least amount of work. Just leave it alone. Don't, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
So the point is, you do it as much as you want. I just feel like, the bare minimum you really have to do is just set your lineup on Monday. Make sure your lineup is set. No, make sure your lineup is set by Thursday, and that's really it. Like, you could draft a team and keep the whole team the whole year, not touch it, and you can win a championship. Like, as long as none of your guys get hurt. But
Dude,
obviously, it just what fantasy does for me is it gives me a better idea of players' actual value.
Yep.
Because like, you'll be like, oh, this player's great. People will be like, oh, this player's great, but he doesn't really do anything in fantasy. Like, he doesn't score a lot of points. So, obviously winning is more important, but it's kind of gonna phase out. It's just kind of a phase, rather than a guy who's had solid numbers for years and years and years. So when he gets going good, that's gonna stay up there. So it kind of gives you a better idea of value of players, and knowing, like Amber got into fantasy with me last year. She knows every player in the NFL now almost.
Yep.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Amber. So basically, she wanted to try it, and I was like, okay, this is what you do, right?
Yep.
Every year there's a bunch of leagues on ESPN where you go and just draft a team, and you keep the team for the whole year. So normally what happens is the guys draft the team and then they just leave it. They don't do anything with it all year. But sometimes you get lucky and there's one team that'll pay attention. That's all she needed,
Yeah.
and she beat them in the championship.
Yep.
Nice.
How many points?
Like, I think like 20.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I came in last place.
Nice.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
in my league. Dad, I've ran my league for like 5-6 years now. I've been in last place 4 times, dead last. And the other 2 years I didn't. I went to the championship and had the best team in the league the other 2 years. It's one or the other.
Right. Well, like I said, you know us, right? Nothing is ever that easy. There's no such thing as easy. Just taking out
No.
the goddamn garbage is not easy. So that's why I don't get involved, because I got enough, like I said, I right now I am happy because the Celtics won, and
Right.
everybody else is going to suck. Alabama's going to suck. Pittsburgh's going to suck. The Yankees are just awful. They're terrible. They have $1 billion payroll, and they still can't win because they decided to go out and get the worst manager ever in all of sports anytime.
My dad fucking hates Dad, I haven't heard you
refuse to
say a
watch-
word
I
about
refuse-
baseball. I haven't heard you
I
say a
refuse-
word about baseball in years, and all of a sudden you're just like, I fucking hate Aaron Boone. That guy's
I refuse to watch them. I just know, like, I get the Twitter updates all the time, like,
right.
and I don't even have to. I don't even have to click on it to see who won. I can already tell you it wasn't the Yankees, of course.
Yeah, they seem like like I said, I haven't really been. I've been betting on baseball a little bit. That's got me into it a little bit more, but I haven't really paid attention. But they've been good. They just can't win, right?
They have Aaron. They have. All right.
They
have
60 home runs.
He had one hit, right? One hit in his entire career that did anything, and it was a lucky pitch by Tim Wakefield.
Right.
And now he's this baseball god. You know, he sucks. He's awful. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't even care. I don't care though, because the Boston Celtics won. That's all.
You guys don't need any more World Series though. You guys are fine with World Series. Let everyone catch up, and then you can
And
But in basketball,
it'd be one thing if people were watching baseball, but I don't even think people are watching it. Nobody gives a shit. Who won last year? Nobody cares.
I feel like it's definitely coming back for me because I'm a gambling degenerate. But it is coming back a little bit for the average fan because of the pitch clock. I do think it works.
Dude, when I was growing up in the 70s, that's all there was baseball. Football was
Right.
like a secondary sport. There was
Right.
baseball and that's it. And now it's like if there's a basketball game on, I'm watching basketball.
I really do believe it was because of the steroid era. I feel like that's why they have to come down so hard on the gambling stuff, because it takes away the legitimacy of the game.
I just don't find it interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, not to keep harping on football, but football, there's something going on all the time.
Yeah, but I
unless
mean,
there's a
if you really
timeout or a
think-
commercial.
If you were to project 40 years into the future, what do you think is going to be bigger, basketball or football?
I think basketball is limited, only because basketball is one of those sports that, like, I don't know. Football is just I don't know. It's
I'm just talking
entertaining.
about like the concussion stuff, with like the lower levels not getting as many kids and stuff like that, and that kind of limiting football over the next 40 years or so.
I will say that if they continue to keep going down this road where they have one team that dominates for like 6 or 7 years at a time, I think you're probably going to lose a few people, but that's the way it is. You can only play who's on your schedule. You know what I mean? It's like.
Do you have a Super Bowl pick yet?
I do.
I've been taking this one personal. I'm gonna figure this one out. I've put together probably 15 matchups. I got like 20 of them.
I got Detroit and Kansas City. That's right now my pick.
Okay. What'd you
For the
say your
Super
pick was? Remember, she almost picked it last year. She had Baltimore and San Fran.
She
Who
did.
did
I
you
pulled
pick
it out
up?
at the end.
Who did you pick last year?
I forget.
I think you picked KC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took KC, so you were close too.
I think I picked Buffalo again.
We have it on the thing anyway, but I mean, that's the thing. I've been sucking so bad at these Super Bowl things. I haven't been close on any of them.
The Super Bowl is tough because you don't know who's going to get there first. And like I said, Kansas City is definitely the best team in the league. Right now, unless they have a major setback or like even that Super Bowl, they knew where they were going to win it.
All right, so I've figured something out. I think I figured something out. Okay, this is why I'm excited for this one, because I think I'm gonna nail it. I'm gonna try to get it right. Over the last 5 years? Over the last 5 years, every single year there's been a Super Bowl team with a second-year quarterback.
Right.
It's always the second-year quarterback, right? So who is that? So like, I'll give you the list of those this year, right? Colts. What is it? It's Colts.
I got it.
You got it on your phone, babe?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Let me see. We've been trying to figure this out, right? Second year quarterback. And it's not always their second year in the league. It's second year starting, too.
Right.
Texans, Colts, Titans, Raiders, Panthers, Packers. Who do you think is the most likely to do that this year?
Probably the Packers.
I think it's the Titans. I'm big on the Titans this year. I think that
Really?
dude, Will Levis, you know that every once in a while there's that guy who was supposed to be drafted high and then slips all the way to the second round. You know,
I agree.
I
do know that. I do know though that there's no guarantees in football, right? Yeah, 2 years ago, Jacksonville was supposed to be really good. You know, they made it to the second round of the playoffs, and everybody was saying they were going to be great the next year. That didn't happen.
Right.
So the only thing I know, there's constants, right? There's Kansas City, there's Baltimore, probably Cincinnati. You can pick each team there. You know, there's always constants that are probably going to make it. And then you always have the Cinderella guy. Last year was Houston. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe.
Who do you like better out of Anthony Richardson with the Colts, Stroud with the Texans, or Levis with the Titans?
Probably Stroud.
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
Stroud is. I feel like sometimes when guys have good rookie years, they get a little too cocky with the team, and especially with Mac Jones, I feel like it backfired on him. And I wonder if they're going to have the same kind of thing this year. You know?
Yeah, well, people forget that Houston basically mortgaged the farm to get rid of Deshaun Watson, right? Everybody.
Right.
I mean, but they were building a team before that. They were trying to get a team together, and unfortunately, Deshaun Watson just didn't work out for them. You know, that's the thing. But I think they got a better overall team right this very second than some of the other teams. Indianapolis, I think, is a joke.
I don't know. Anthony Richardson was really good last year before he got hurt. It's just like he was going retarded last year until he got hurt. But that's the thing. Till he got hurt, is he going to be one of those guys that doesn't go down? But that's the thing with him. He's like Cam Newton. He's bigger than Josh Allen. He's big like Big Ben.
That division is that division right there is just like a pick'em, right? I'm with you. I think Tennessee is probably gonna. They got rid of Ryan Tannehill finally, so anything's possible with them right now. It's like,
well, okay, so they hired the offensive coordinator from Cincinnati.
Yep.
Right. They have Will Levis. They got Tony Pollard from the Cowboys, who's been pretty good over the last couple of years. And a bunch of guys are signing there. People want to play there for some reason. That's always a sign, right? I don't know. I think it's more than just Tannehill. I think it's like Vrabel being gone, Henry being gone, Tannehill gone. They're kind of going through that. They're trying to do that like quick transition.
Let me ask you a question. Where do you think Miami's going to end up this year?
We have a really tough end to our schedule. We really do. We play, if the Jets end up being any good, right? Which I'm telling you, I think Rodgers never had surgery on his Achilles.
Right.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
You know what happened to Ryan Tannehill when he did that?
He stunk.
He tore his ACL the first day of practice. Again, because they didn't repair it.
I probably shouldn't be laughing about that.
Well, it's like, and Aaron Rodgers is so like, he's so, fuck Big Pharma, like that whole thing. He's trying to go another way with the rehab.
I don't think anybody is
hoping
hoping.
Play a game. I don't know if he's gonna just tear that again. I don't understand. I don't understand how you don't repair.
Honestly, even people in New York, I don't think people are hoping he does good at all. I just don't. He's such a douchebag. Just is.
Either way, though, the point is like we play them twice in like the last 4 weeks. We're home against San Fran, and then we get the Browns. So the Browns should be good. I don't know. So you asked, where do I think the Dolphins are going to be? I think we're going to get off to a tough start. I think, I don't know. We're either going to go down or up.
I have a feeling they're going to take the division. I think it's going to be Miami, Buffalo. It's going to be basically the same it was last year. Miami, Buffalo, New England, and New York. Only because I don't have any faith in Aaron Rodgers surviving the whole season, so we'll see. But as of right now, I got Miami, basically the same thing as it was last year. because I think Buffalo went down a step now. New England's pretty much going to be the same they were last year. And then, maybe it's possible, maybe if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, he challenges Buffalo. But I still think Miami's good enough to win that division. But the hell do
My
I know?
concern is if the Dolphins. Okay, did you hear the Tua comments about Flores?
Yes. That's
How do
why
you
I
feel
asked
about
you.
that whole situation? Like how, basically Tua's whining because Flores was hard coaching him, right? But the question is, was he going over the line with the hard coaching a little bit? Right?
I feel like
Or do you
winning.
think Tua's just a bitch?
I feel like winning changes that diameter. Like if you're winning, it's fine. If you're not, then it might be a problem.
Well, it's interesting because Tua was winning with Flores. I don't understand where all the hate. But see, this is my problem: is everyone wants to forget last year, right?
Yeah.
The problem with the Dolphins at the end of last season was not the defense. Our defense was awesome last year. At the end of the year, it was the offense. We couldn't score more than 10 points against the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens. We got smoked by the Ravens, and Tua froze up in those moments. And I do believe that hard coaching might have been able to get him to that point. But Tua's in a very weird place. So I think if the Dolphins get off to a bad start, we could go 4-12. I really do. And I'm not just doing it like I hate my team. Like, I'm very interested to see how the team reacts if Tua just goes out and starts throwing interceptions at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
Because
I think they need to. I think the Dolphins need to rely more on the running game as opposed to Tua just standing back there and throwing all day long.
Right. But in a moment, so yes, of course, like, are we going to beat? I do believe Mike McDaniels will out scheme a couple wins and make it easier for him because he's one of the better coaches in the league. But even he had problems last year. He left Bradley Chubb on the field and we were getting smoked and he tore his ACL. He's like,
Right.
He did
This
the
is
same
your-
thing with
This
Phillips.
is a third year for him, though, right? This is McDaniel's
Right.
third year. Yeah.
Right.
So
and it's just like, the whole like McDaniels and Tua, everyone has to be nice, everyone has to be nice to each other and everyone has to, not hard coach anybody, right? Maybe that's why they're not doing well down the stretch. And I just think that the Dolphins are at a crossroads in terms of the locker room being like, look, guys, like all this nice stuff is fun, but like all these celebrations and stuff are fun, but we need to grow up a little bit and win a fucking game in December because we haven't proven that we can do it against a good team. And I know that's in the back of everyone's minds. And the big game for us is week 2 against Buffalo on Thursday night. Like, if we go out there and get smoked, I see a lot of these guys going, you know what, this team, we're not going to win. Why? Like, they might go out and win some games, but I see the team going, Tua throws another pick.
yeah, I think differently when it comes to this stuff because, in my opinion, it takes 3 to 4 years for an offensive line to really click. You know what I mean? You gotta, you have your injuries, you have your stuff, but when you're developing a system like I think McDaniels is doing, it takes a while for the offense, especially the offensive line, to really click to where you're supposed to be at specific times. I think that's been a big problem for the Dolphins for the past couple of years. So this is a big
Right.
year for them. And I think they're either going to pass or fail on that. And that's going to determine whether or not, they take a giant leap forward. If the offensive line holds up for them, that's why I think they need to run the ball a little more. I think they're going to have a good finish. I really do.
Well, the thing is like, we don't use our offensive line at all, right? Because we're more concerned about the outside zone. We're trying to get that edge and get our guys out into space, right? So theoretically, we don't really use them, but you're 100% right. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, they need to get their shit together. But the point is, we've had last year, one of our best linemen tore his ACL. When have you ever heard of a lineman tear their ACL?
Yep. It's
Because they're running more lateral and like up the field, and like they're trying to get out into screens. They're trying to do more athletic stuff.
Yep.
And we had another lineman go down with another ACL this year. So
Yeah, but you have replacements. That's what I think preseason's for. Preseason's that type of time of the year where you're looking for people that can come in and replace them, because you're going to get injuries, especially on the offensive line. I mean, it's the way it is. But you need to find those replacements that can fill in when people go down, and that's why I think it takes 3 to 4 years to get
And that was my
unit.
That was my point. It's like we don't use our offensive line as much, but so for those offensive linemen, it takes a couple years to learn how to do that. Learn how to do most of your plays out on the edge. Learn how to run these wide zone schemes, and that's why I was saying you're right, because we have a very the point is we have a very unique run scheme.
When you can't protect when your offensive line isn't doing all that great, and you have injuries like that, now you got to kind of, if you're an offensive coordinator, you got to kind of develop some plays that can get you by until, you know what I mean? So the schemes might have to be adapted a little bit when there's injuries and stuff like that. But I think when you're really going at it, when you're going at it like a team like Kansas City does and New England did, you basically have a playbook that isn't as fancy. You know what I mean? It's we're going to run the ball on you because we feel like our offensive line is better than yours is. And, when you get to that playbook, now you can actually do it. You know what I mean? But when you don't have that, now you got to kind of scheme around that and try to, do this instead of doing that you wanted to do. So I think the Dolphins and some other teams in the NFL have had to do that. It's like you can't. That's to me, that's what preseason's for. You got to find those guys that can fit in, to do what you want to do with the ball.
Yeah. Babe, did you say who your Super Bowl team was yet?
Yeah.
Who'd you say? I thought you said Texans Falcons. You want Texans Rams?
Falcons?
Did you hear that?
The Falcons?
Kirk Cousins.
I almost picked the Rams.
See, my problem with the Rams is they don't have Aaron Donald anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be tough for them in that division. That division is going to be tough again. You know what I mean? That's another pick 'em.
Well, it's like they lost Ramsey. He's with us now. And then Aaron Donald's gone. It's like, who do they have for their defense? I don't know. I just have a hard of course I want to pick the Rams too. Their offense is good. But it's hard to think they're going to lose the greatest defensive player of all time and not give up a couple more points,
The problem with them is, the problem with the 49ers is the coach. The coach is just horrible. He's just.
I thought Belichick should have went there. I thought the Niners should have went after Belichick.
I mean, I shouldn't say it. He's a great coach for the regular season. He's Marty Schottenheimer all over again. He'll do really good, then get to the Super Bowl and lose. It's just, I don't know what it is about him. He's just terrible. They may never win a Super Bowl with him. And it's tough because San Francisco's got a really good team.
It's because he's a fag. He's a fag.
He's a fag.
He is. He's a fucking weenie. He is. He just is. God, you go to the Super Bowl with a guy, you get rid of him the next year, all these stupid contracts they have.
So weird, yeah.
It's like, God, he's just.
And I don't think I don't even think Purdy's all that good. I mean, he's okay, but they didn't even use Kittle in that Super Bowl.
I think that roster is fucking loaded, and I don't think that has anything to do with Kyle Shanahan. I think that's what it is. That GM John Lynch out there. You remember him when he used to play John Lynch, the safety for the Broncos?
I do.
He used to be awesome. He's a great GM. I think that's their calling point. They have the best roster in the NFL. They might
No kidding. They have so much freaking talent offensively. It's just.
And I don't think that really has much to do with Shanahan. I mean, I know he gets it going. He gets the machine going, but I don't know. You have Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey.
You got to be kidding. Yeah, it's just.
Even if Purdy is a solid, even though the fact he's just playing football and he's a 7th round pick, last pick in the draft, he can play. It's not just Shanahan, Maybe that's Shanahan. I'll give that to Shanahan though. Maybe he is getting them to go because he's done it with multiple quarterbacks. But every year they get more defensive tackles. They're like, oh, we already have 3 tackles. Let's go get another one, and they have the best.
But that's him. That's what he did.
The defense is loaded.
How do you lose
Like-
with Kittle?
Right.
I would kill for Kittle. You know what I mean? Like,
He's awesome.
and that's not
He's
their only
awesome.
guy. They have. What did you? The running back there. He's little mini-mite out there. He's just great.
He really is. And by the way, I picked Eckler over him last year in fantasy and fucked my whole league up. That's
Yeah.
last place again. No, why would I want to take Christian McCaffrey? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, man. It's just you look at a team like that and you're like, how can they lose? But there's the Cowboys too. The Cowboys have a similar roster and they lose too. So
So my Super Bowl pick right now, if I had to pick, I would go Bengals Packers.
Bengals, Packers. That's
I
all
think
right. That's
where
good.
I've settled in. I like the
Yeah,
Titans, but I don't know if they're going to go to the Super Bowl. Like I think the Titans are going to have like the Lions year kind of where they kind of get it going.
Yep.
But yeah, what were we going to say?
The NFC North, the NFC North is probably going to be the best division in football.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion.
the Vikings are pretty bad. Do you really think
Yeah,
the Bears are going? This is going to work out for the Bears, or is it going to?
I don't know, man. The guy's looking pretty good, and I know who's not going. I know
don't
who's
know.
not going to be there.
Fucking. What was I going to say? The
This is
Bears-
the worst.
they're-
This is the worst I've ever seen my team. This is the worst offensive line I've ever seen on a Pittsburgh team. It's just really bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Somehow you guys will be in the Super Bowl. It always you guys are always right there. You guys are always just right there. You know. No, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. I really don't. I don't understand the double quarterback. I don't get it.
I don't even know how we're going to. Like I said, I think what we should do in offense is just run the team out there, kneel down 3 times, and punt the football, and then hopefully the defense can score some points. That's what I think we should do. Why get anybody hurt?
Yes. Have you seen any of the new kickoff rule?
No.
No, it's weird. I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting.
See, it's rules like that might kill football. Just keep it entertaining. That's all you got to do, right?
That's what they're trying to. I guess it's supposed to try to. It's meant to try to get more returns.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good too. But I think that there's the injury factor, right? You couldn't pay me enough to return kicks in the NFL, man. That's
No.
not gonna happen.
Especially punts.
Yeah, because somebody's going to die. So one of these days, somebody's just going to die.
And if somebody put me out there, they'd be like, and there's the kick. And then they're like, where'd he go? And I'll be like,
And people get mad when they don't catch the ball. Like, fuck that. I'm not standing there.
yeah, it's so fun. It's so funny when you watch football or you talk to people that know nothing about football. It's like, I was telling Amber this the other day, like, yeah, how'd you not catch that? Okay, let's go simulate it outside and see if you catch it, you stupid bitch.
Well, I have 2 choices. I can either catch it or get my head taken off. I think I'm not going to catch the football.
Right. Nah, punts.
It's like in baseball, right? You get these guys, 96, 97 mile an hour fastball, right? You're supposed to stand in there. And no thanks, man.
Yeah, football is a lot better to watch than it is to play, right, Dad?
Yeah. First thing you're going to do is your eyes are going to see the pitch coming, right? And then your body's going to react, and you're just going to do everything you can do to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, especially a curveball because you're supposed to chill when there's a curveball. Forget about it.
Yeah.
The hardest
Your
thing
eyes
in
are
all
like-
sports is to do- yeah,
No. Football, though, man, I'm telling you, it's like, no way, no thanks.
There's
They can't
nothing
pay
like
me enough
football.
to do that. It's usually some guy that nobody cares about.
yeah, pretty much.
So who you got?
Yeah.
You got the Bengals and the Cowboys.
As of now, I have the Bengals and the Packers or the Panthers. I think that the Panthers are set up for a good second year from Bryce Young. But I don't know. Their roster is really bad. So that's the thing is every single night I go to Amber when I'm drunk. I go, nah, babe, it's going to be this. So I've been formulating this for a couple weeks. I'll have my final decision. I'll have 12 more answers before I put in my final decision by the time we have to do it by next week.
I know who I'm not picking again this year. I'm not picking Buffalo, and I'm not picking Washington. Every single year, they're supposed to be getting better and better and better, and they get worse and worse and worse.
The Commanders. Yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing. That, like the Cowboys should be so good. It's just they're not. I have the Giants maybe being a surprise team. The Giants maybe being a surprise team, and maybe the Jets.
That year that the Falcons went to the Super Bowl always raises my attention because it's like they were good and then they sucked one year and then they were good and they sucked one year and then they went to the Super Bowl somehow. Like I feel like that could be a team like the Giants. You know, I feel like people shit all over Daniel Jones, but when he plays well. It's just he tore his ACL. You can't do anything about it.
Yep. Yeah, they have to. Again, if the Cowboys don't win that division, somebody's going to have to. So that's why I'm thinking the Giants might, sneak in there. But the other division there, Atlanta's division, that's going to be like somebody's going to get in with a 7-10 record probably again this year. It's sad.
How much you want to bet Bill Belichick is going to be the coach of the Saints by the end of the year?
He might. I think he's probably happy to be just doing broadcasts right now, to be honest with you.
Really?
Did you hear what he said about my team?
No.
They were asking him they were asking everybody who the quarterback should be, and he's like, I think they got more problems than quarterback right now.
Yeah, he was shitting all over Drake May too before the Patriots draft.
He's going to be another flat. Fucking
Who do you think is going to be more fun this year with their commentary, Brady or him?
Oh, Belichick for sure.
Did you see the roast?
Belichick is funny.
Did you see the roast of Brady?
No.
That is hilarious.
No.
They, you know how society is now where you can't say anything?
Yep.
Yeah, they I don't know how they allowed it on Netflix. It was really bad.
Like Anchorman and the Black Family.
Everything. They were making fun of the Jews. They were calling Edelman his little fuck boy. They were talking shit about how his wife was getting pounded out by the trainer. Oh, it was real vulgar. I'm telling you, I don't know how would they let it happen. It was bad.
What did he say at the dinner?
Oh, yeah, we just watched that the other day. He's like,
Rick Cotton. Oh my god, that's freaking hilarious.
I can't believe he got away with that. Right?
See, that movie was so funny that you forgot to laugh at those.
We just watched both of them.
Funny shit, man. 1 and 2, yeah. Do you think there'll be a third one? There better be a third one, man. There's got to be a third.
That'd be hilarious. I've watched Anchorman 2 15 times. We watched
that RV scene I can watch over and over. And every time I watch the RV scene, I see a new thing.
Right. Hey, why do you have this bag of bowling balls and this scorpion?
And this fryolator. When did you have the fryolator installed? Last time I watched it, I didn't notice the dog flying across.
Dad fell
oh my god, that is so funny.
When we were watching that.
Oh my god.
That car scene. Dad, do you remember falling out of your seat in the theater?
Yes.
During the RV scene? That was hilarious.
I had to stop laughing. I was going to puke. It was so fun. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because it went from the brick scene, right, the fake funeral thing, right to
Right.
that, and it was just,
Yeah.
it was just enough. It's just I had enough. I couldn't laugh anymore.
Steve Carell's so great. Those guys are so great.
I hope there's a
Like-
third one. I really do, because that would be first in line to see that one.
It's always fun too. Like we've been watching a lot of like random shit, and like sometimes there'll be a movie with like there's like the Dinner for Schmucks with like Steve Carell.
Oh,
and
that's
Paul
funny, too.
Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's ones where it's like Will Ferrell and David Cockner or whatever did the bald guy.
It's raining.
Yeah,
It's raining.
Heaven Almighty.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Seeing those actors act together and other stuff is funny because of Anchorman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Well, Steve Carell's funny as all like was the Last American Virgin or something like that. That was fucking hilarious.
40-year-old virgin. Yep.
40-year-old version, yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Close enough.
What an idiot.
Close enough. Fucking yeah, but you know, so did you want to do the first week tonight, or do you want to like what did you want to do pick wise? Just like kind of go over what we were doing.
Yeah, we'll just go over what we're doing, and then maybe Sunday we'll do another one. We'll do the first week, because I got to get
Okay.
out of here soon. It's almost 15:15.
So yeah, what do you didn't you say last time that your schedule was flipped?
No, I'm just I'm not working. I don't work Saturday night now. I work Friday night, so my night off now
Okay.
is Saturday night.
But you're still working the like what 10 to the third shift?
Yeah, I work like from 10:30 to about 4:00.
I'm actually looking for jobs, and it's funny. I think, yeah, it's a paper route third shift. I saw something open for like Hooksett in the Manchester area. I was like, that'd be hilarious. Me and Dad doing the same thing throughout the state.
Yeah. Yeah, I love my job, but I hate my job at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, it just sucks when you have to use your own car. Like, it's a disaster.
Well, especially nowadays, because my car isn't all that great, and but it is what it is.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty close
yeah,
to
we'll
my
do-
tires falling off at any moment. So,
Really?
Great. Yeah, my car's a disaster. No, I just need
Is it
I
a
just
new
need
car?
new tires. I need new tires, pretty much. That like the delivering is brakes and tires. It's really just what it fucks up.
Go to hold on a second. Go to Tire Agent.
Yeah, so I need
That's
money
what I
first.
do now.
I need money first.
No, you don't. Go to Tire Agent and then apply, and you'll get tires. You just pay weekly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. Yeah, because tires are so expensive because you have to buy 4 of them at a time, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I
Is
do
that
now
a
because I
myth
go
or is
through
that
so many
real?
tires. I pay like $14 a week.
Okay. That's dope. That's actually not a bad idea. We put that on the list.
Yeah, go to
Just put it under the extra.
go to
extra chores. We'll figure it out tonight. What's it called?
go to Tire Agent.
Tire Agent. You heard that? All right. Do you want to add anything to the football discussion, babies?
How's your mom?
Not talking about. We're beefing.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Aren't
we
you
haven't
in
talked for
her
like a
house?
month. Yeah.
Are you working for her still?
No.
No.
No, I'm just doing Uber Eats.
Why are you guys fighting now?
What's that?
Why are you guys fighting now?
Just normal shit. Just the same old
Oh.
bullshit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I should
What
know
was
not to ask that question.
Well, it's like, you got it, right? But it's like, yeah, we're just not. It's just, Ma. Ma. But you know me too. So.
How come you guys haven't got your own apartment yet?
Well,
You guys should get
like I
your own
said,
apartment.
We need money to do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What's that money thing? Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah, that would help.
And then when we get more, we got other shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say? Spit it out.
Don't care for the Cardinals.
Amber hates the Cardinals.
Yes.
Really?
She hates Josh
Why?
Allen, and she hates
Oh.
the Cardinals.
Why does she
The
hate Josh
Cardinals-
Allen? Oh,
She just hates his face.
I want to punch him.
Doesn't he have that face that you just fucking Josh Allen? He's such a fucking cunt.
yeah, like Aaron Rodgers. You just want to punch the
Yeah,
fucking shit out of him.
like that. Yeah, pretty much.
And he acts like he's the shit, but like he's cocky, and I don't like that.
Right.
So fuck Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
He's a douchebag. Josh Allen's a douchebag. He really is. Like, did you see the play where he like fake slid last year and then ran for 30 yards for a touchdown? Like,
Yeah.
out of all that, like, really, dude, you're the reason why everyone is getting hit late and hit in the head because
Well-
you do shit like that. You know?
I mean, he's the only guy that's been to Baltimore in the last 100 years or so that have brought them anywhere near close to. I think he's on the wrong team, but what do
No,
I
I
know?
think he's like Phillip Rivers. I think he's hella talented. He's just a douchebag.
Yeah.
I think that's why they can't win. That's why Diggs didn't want to be there.
Do you
Shit,
think the Celtics?
Dabo-
Do you think the Celtics are going to win it again this year?
I think.
Nope.
I mean, I think they're the. It's really hard to repeat in the NBA. I feel like, especially nowadays, like why didn't Denver go back? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Well,
The league
Denver
is
is.
very weird.
Denver, I
I'd
think,
watch
ran
out-
out of gas. Maybe they ran out of gas. They shouldn't
I'd
have
watch
lost
out
to
for
Minnesota.
I'd watch out for San Antonio with Wemby.
I think we can beat any of those teams. To be honest with you,
if you were to ask me, like, okay, who am I more afraid of losing to? So I guess my answer to the last one would be yes. I do think they're going to win it all. I think they're the team that should win by default. I just don't see anybody beating
who do you
them.
think's a better basketball player? Who do you think's a better basketball player, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum?
Jason Tatum.
Really?
Jaylen Brown is the biggest ball hog since from this side of Mississippi.
Yeah, but that guy played out of his mind last year. I mean, if it wasn't for
he's
him
a
in the
ball hog, because every time he touches the ball, he doesn't have to.
That's true. That's true, though.
Why do you think
He
Tatum?
is a ball
That's the
hog.
thing. Why do you think Tatum can't shoot? Because he takes 3 shots a game now. No, Jaylen.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. Look,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Look, Jaylen Brown was out to fucking prove something last year to say fuck the world, and we talked about it like a little bit towards the finals, right? Like, that's fine if you're going to win us a championship. I thought he was going to kind of bail out towards the end, you know, but like, it's just. I just hate in sports how people have such a short memory and don't remember what happened. Like when Tatum was going out there and scoring 50 points and saving our ass against Philly, right?
Yeah, nobody said anything.
Everyone
yet.
was saying it doesn't matter because you're not winning. So now that he's passing the
Right.
ball more, and now that he's being more facilitating and being the guy, the bigger person in the room to be who's more about the team, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum? Like, I don't know. It kind of pisses me
What
off.
do you think?
My point was that Jaylen Brown is basically Marcus Smart on steroids now.
I'll tell you, you were right though about Drew Holiday, man.
He's the greatest player in the history of the NBA. He's so great.
He is. He's so good. He's such a good basketball player. And I was so like during the regular season last year, I'm like, why did we get him? He sucks so bad. And you're like, wait till the playoffs. And I'm like, okay. But man, did he show the fuck up. Good God.
He's just so he's just so mentally superior to a lot of those guys in the NBA. He's not, he's not going to be the one to, be doing childish shit. He's just not a child. He's a grown adult playing with little kids in the NBA. I feel like.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we would have won anything. I really don't. I think he was, him and the other guy there, the guy that lost his teeth. What are you growling for?
People forget that when Milwaukee won the championship, Giannis went down in game like 4 or 5 of the conference finals, and Drew and Middleton got them to the finals and won the first 2 games against Phoenix till Giannis came back. Drew is just that guy. He doesn't want to shoot a lot because he knows he's not that great of a shooter. But if he needs to, he'll do it. He reminds me a lot of Rondo, just like mentally. He was just on a different plane. And I think Smart tried to do that. He was just too much of a pussy. Like, I don't know. Like, he was just too. He was the tough guy. Like, he was the tough guy, but
Marcus Smart was a good defender, but Drew Holiday is like one of those guys that once he gets on you, you can't shake him, and he's around you all. He's just a great. I don't think you can compare him to anybody. He's just really like when he's on you, he's like a shadow. You can't get rid of him. And
I think he benefits a lot. I think he benefits a lot from having Derek White though, because him and White are like hound dogs when the guys cross the line.
It's Brooklyn. Yeah, you want to say hi to Stevie? It's your sister.
Hello. Which one?
Hey.
Get up. Hi.
What's up? What are you doing?
Oops, sorry.
Nothing.
I can't see you now. I can only see the owl again. There you go. Now you're in the frame.
It's right there. I love you.
How's what's going on? What are you doing?
Getting a job.
No, you're not.
Stuff. Yes, I am.
Really? Why are you getting a job?
Yeah, you don't want to get a job. Getting a job is the worst.
None.
No, when you're a kid, you want money,
better.
right? No. How's what's his name? What's the rapper's name? What's his name? What's your favorite rapper's name again? Corpse. How's Corpse doing?
Oh. He quit.
He's dead.
No, he quit.
He died.
Oh, he did? He's not recording anymore?
So bad, he quit. Well, he made good money off of his music, so he quit.
That sucks, though. That sucks for his fans. Oh, you're saying his throat was getting bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
He got dead.
Yeah. GERD is awful.
Yeah.
GERD?
Well,
Yeah, that's what he has. That's why his voice. That's partly why.
Maybe you should stop doing cocaine. That's what happens when you do a lot of cocaine. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't even know who this is.
He's a rapper who was not a rapper. His vocal cords wrong and stuff. He has like a super deep voice.
Oh.
yeah, I think the story is isn't the story that it's something that he was born with and that he's gonna die from it, so that's why his name is Corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You can put stupid in the kennel.
Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't that fucking.
No, it's Brooklyn.
They let
She's.
their stupid dogs off and they come on our porch in the middle of the night.
Oh, maybe that's what he was barking at.
Where was Haley?
Kick that dog.
Haley's upstairs playing her Oculus.
How
All right,
did
I gotta
know
get
that?
out. I gotta get out of here though.
All right, so basically, all right, we need to get our Super Bowl picks in by before that first Thursday.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I already got mine. I'm going Detroit and Kansas City.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tinker with that a little bit and then pick the absolutely wrong one probably by next Thursday. Remember, we got a week off, so it's not this Thursday, it's not next Thursday, it's the week after that.
Right.
So
We'll do another live Sunday or so.
yeah, I mean that's really the only thing, right? We need to do is just figure out that. I mean, we want to keep the things the same, or do we want to do it? Yeah, we'll talk about it a little more Sunday. And
I'll let you figure that stuff out. I'm just gonna go and make my picks.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just like to, the only thing I was gonna say was, we pick one in the beginning and then one at the end.
Yeah.
I was gonna say to simplify it, we could do it if your team doesn't get in. Like, so basically, if you pick Kansas City and the Lions, right?
Yeah.
The time the playoffs come around, if they're both in, then you don't get to pick more. But if you don't have one, you put in another one to like kind of simplify it.
Sounds good.
I don't know. I like it the way it is, though. Other than that,
we got one more preseason game to go, right? So
yeah, and then it's a week and a half till the game starts. So
Yeah, because you can have a lot more injuries in a couple of, one more preseason game. So we should do the picks after the preseason games.
Right. Yeah, I just hate how they have the extra week now. It's so annoying. But all right, yeah. So Sunday works. Yeah, Sunday works. I was trying to coordinate it with her because she's in the league too. So
Right.
I can't believe she did so well last year. She would have won if you made your picks.
I know.
I guess
Don't
the
you-
only other thing that we really have to go over, I feel like, is like what happens if we miss games, because that happened a lot last year.
Right.
And tinker with that system. I'm gonna go over that system and remember how it worked, and then we'll figure it out Sunday or whatever.
All right, buddy. All right, I love you, pal.
All right, love you too.
Love you, buddy.
Is Lillian still there, or did she go in?
She went in. It's freezing
All right.
out here.
I'll text her on Snap.
All right, buddy. I love you, pal. Stay safe, man.
All right. Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Amber. Bye, Amber. Good luck. All right, that's it. We're good. I'll see you guys later. We'll do the picks right after this next preseason game, and we'll try to schedule something for Sunday. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Good luck. Have a good life.